So
Hi.
guys, hi. Okay, so guys, yesterday we did the phonics. We talked about the diphthongs, variant vowels. Okay, we took the different spelling patterns for the diphthongs. We said diphthongs is when I have two vowels working together. They make a combination of both sounds. They do not take only one sound. The first spelling pattern was AW and AU, and they make the sound O as short O. Okay. The second spelling pattern was OW or OU. They make the sound OW. Okay. Also, we had OI spelling pattern that makes the sound OI, like in boil. And we have the spelling pattern OUGH that doesn't have a specific pronunciation. It has different pronunciations depending on the word. Okay, so guys, I remind you, your dictation is only the 20 words in the box on page 8 in your phonics booklet. Page 8, the 20 words in page 8, okay? So we talked about also the new theme yesterday, and you said that we're going to learn or know how nature benefits a human or how it could be useful to humans or to people. So first, let's start with the vocabulary words. Ali Mroueh, since you're the first name. Ali Mroueh.
Yes.
Okay, can you please read the first word?
Syllabus.
Civilization.
Civil.
Not lie, civilization. Civilization.
Okay.
Okay? So, what do you think we mean by civilization? Read the definition.
A civilization is a society in which
Agriculture.
agriculture,
Agree.
trade, art, science, and government are highly developed.
Okay. Agriculture, we mean cultivation, we mean planting, we mean food. Okay. Trade, when we trade between countries, we export products and then we import products. For example, art, science, government. If you remember before that, we talked about something called culture. We said it's a traditions and customs. Culture is a part of civilization. So civilization is wider, greater than a culture itself. It includes more. Okay, we have in the civilization, we do not have culture only, we have also society, all of the society, like agriculture, trade, government, science, and how it developed long time ago till now. Okay, can you read the example, Ali Mroui, please?
Yes, I am excited to look at the unique
Artifact,
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 artifact that an
ancient.
ancient civilization left behind.
Okay, so we most of the times we talk about ancient civilizations, very old civilizations. They made great, for example, architecture or artifacts or arts. So when we look at them, we can study the old civilizations, how people lived in that time. Okay, thank you, Ali Mroubi. Thank you, Mahdi Sroor.
Yes, complex.
Complex,
Something
complex. Let's
complex.
yes. Read.
Define. Something complex is difficult to understand or do.
I think that complex is easy. Something difficult to do or to understand, something complicated, okay? Something which is not easy. Clear? Read the example,
Yes.
Mahdi.
The complex jigsaw puzzle was a challenge to finish.
So you see, for example, here the kids in the picture are doing a jigsaw puzzle, and it looked like it's complex. It was complicated. It wasn't easy to finish. Thank you. Karim Basma,
Yes.
yalla, please cultivate.
Cultivate.
Mhm.
Define to cultivate is to improve, develop, or make something better.
For example, this girl is watering the plants in the picture, if you notice that. She planted the flowers first, then she took care of them in order to cultivate, in order for the flowers to improve, to develop, to grow, so to cultivate. Read the example, please, Karim.
To grow.
Yes. Read the
It
example.
takes time and work to cultivate a beautiful garden.
So you see, it needs time and work to cultivate a beautiful garden. Thank you, Karim. Thank you, Karim. Okay, Majid,
Yes, miss.
come on. Devise.
Device. If you devise a strategy, you think about it and plan it carefully.
So you devise a strategy. You come up with a strategy. You put a strategy or a plan, okay? You figure it out.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning. Come on, read the example.
Example. My mom helped our family devise a plan for eating healthfully.
Okay, so our mom wants us to eat healthfully. So she put a plan, she devised a plan, she come up with a plan in order to change our eating habits to become healthful. Okay? Thank you, Majid. Thank you, Majid. Please mute yourself. Hassan Mughniye. Hassan? Hassan?
Yes.
Come on here. Fashioned.
Define.
Yes.
A pot that has been fashioned, has been shaped or molded. Example.
Look, first of all, just a second. Look at the woman in the picture. She's like making the shape, okay? She's making the shape of the vase or of the pot. So what is she doing here? She's fashioning. Fashion. She made up the shape, okay? She molded the shape. Read the example.
I watched as the potter fashioned a vase out of clay.
Okay, so you see the woman, or we call her a potter, okay, because she works with pots. She makes pots or vases out of the clay, so we call her a potter. She fashioned a vase. She was making a vase, molding a vase out of clay, okay? You do not only fashion pots, you can fashion other things. Thank you, Hassan. Hani? Hani?
Yes, miss.
Resourceful. Please, guys, this is resourceful.
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 A person who is resourceful
Resourceful.
is
Skilled is
skilled
dealing
in dealing with new or different
difficult situations. Difficult,
exam.
yes.
Wait. Okay. Example: birds are received.
Resourceful. Resourceful.
Resolveful when finding materials to build nets.
Nests. Okay, so this bird, any bird, when it wants to build a nest, it becomes resourceful. What do you mean? Like it's active, it's ingenious, intelligent, okay? It has a lot of resources. Or someone, a person or a student, for example, who is resourceful, he knows a lot of things. He has a lot of skills. He is skillful, okay? And he can deal with difficult situations easily. That's what we mean by resourceful. حسين مغنية. حسين.
Yes.
Come on. Shortage.
Miss, can I do Hassan?
Miss and حسين now.
Shortage.
Let him finish. Shortage.
Define. A shortage is a lack of supply.
Supply. Lack of supply.
Example.
So the supply is very little. Okay, we cannot find enough of anything. We say there is a shortage. For example, we cannot find a lot of apples to do apple pie, so we have a shortage in apples. Continue, Yahsen.
Example, the river was drying up from a shortage of rainwater.
Okay, so it wasn't raining a lot. So we had a shortage in water and rain. So the river will dry up. That's it. We have a shortage of rain. the gland will dry. Okay? The last word, Rena. Rena.
Yes.
Yeah, the last
Tormentors.
tormented.
Tormentors.
Yes. Read the definition. Tormentors are people or
Tormentors are people or things
that cause
that cause pain.
pain. They cause pain. Anything, any people or anything that could cause
Pain.
pain or that can harm you or annoy you, we call it a tormentor. Example. Read it.
Example, flies and mosquitoes.
And mosquitoes.
Example, flies and mosquitoes can be tormentors to people in summer.
Yes. Don't you sometimes feel annoyed or like something is stinging you in your body and you figure out that there are flies and mosquitoes? Yes, so they are tormentors because they are annoying you. They are causing pain, okay? So we call them tormentors. So these are the vocabulary words. I don't think that they are complicated. They are very easy and clear. Okay, let's move to our story. First of all, our title is Survival Land and our genre is fantasy. We're going to talk about the genre, but Mahdi and Majid, they told me who read also the story? Who read also, other than Mahdi and Majid?
Me.
Ibrahim?
I
Excellent.
did.
Mahdi, Majid, and Ibrahim. طيب, okay, let me ask Ibrahim.
Miss I,
Okay, let me ask.
Miss I did too.
Okay, good, good. Let me ask Ibrahim a question. Ibrahim, can you give us like a short summary for the story? What the story is talking about?
Miss, can I first?
Miss, I asked Ibrahim. Ibrahim,
Oh,
Ibrahim, can you tell us a little bit about the story? What did you read about in the story? Ibrahim, can you hear me, Miss? طيب, Majid? Majid,
yes, Miss.
can you tell us a little bit about what you read in the story?
Yes.
Mhm.
When they was playing on the
Who?
okay. First, there was 4 friends. They were playing. They
Yes.
were playing video games,
Video game.
and then yes, they played like for 1 hour. But then suddenly the lights turned off, and it didn't come like fast. So when
Yes, when it came back, when there was light again, where did they find themselves?
in the game,
Uh-huh. So the kids were playing a video game and they were discussing it. Some of them, I think that in specific, we can say that some of them said that knowing about nature is helpful, but others disagreed with it. With that. So suddenly they found themselves inside the game. Okay. Thank you, Majid. Thank you, Majid. Mahdi, can you continue? What happened with the kids when they found themselves in the game?
When they teleported to the game, they found a sandstorm. Then a bird, a huge butterfly attacked them. Then a bird attacked them.
So they
And
were
then they ran
struggled.
away.
They struggled events in the game. First of all, they struggled with a sandstorm. Then they struggled with a huge butterfly. Then a huge crowd. Okay. What else?
Then when they were running away, they fell into mud, and then they couldn't see anything. When they wiped away the mud, they were back home.
Excellent. They were back home. Okay, so after they wiped away the mud, they were back in the room. Okay, they were back in the room. That's great. So guys, Okay, I'm not going to read with you now the story. And as I told you on Thursday, I'm going to start taking reading grades. If we have time at the end of the session, also I'm going to let 2 to 3 students read and grade their reading. So we're going to read it later because we have a comprehension exercises in the worksheet that we are supposed to solve together. But first, let's talk about the genre. Our genre this time is a fantasy. What do we mean by fantasy? If you notice that Mahdi and Majid said that the boys, or sorry, the kids were at their room, then suddenly they found themselves in the game. Okay, could this happen in real life? Could you suddenly find yourself in a game? No, this is the fact.
No.
Okay, excellent. So, and also Mahdi said that the kids faced a huge butterfly.
Miss, the genre is fairy tale.
What? The genre is what?
Is a fantasy.
Fantasy, yes. Who said fairy tale?
I said fantasy.
No, no, it's not a fairy tale. Pay attention. Fairy tale is different from the fantasy, okay? So this is a fantasy. Why? First of all, there is a made-up setting. The setting is not real, okay? It's made up. Also, we found characters and events that could not happen in real life at all. We could not find ourselves suddenly in a game. So this could not happen in real life. So the events and even characters like the huge butterfly, the huge crow, okay, we cannot find them in real life. And also when you read the story, you will notice that the crow will talk, okay? But the animals don't talk. Also, when we read the story, you're going to notice that we're going to have a lot of sensory languages and personification. What do we mean by personification? Personification, when we give a personal trait to something, to an animal or a thing. For example, I say a talking table. Tables do not talk, a human talk. But when I say a talking table, for example, here I'm expressing a personification. Sensory language is when we use a language to describe things with our senses. Okay, so our genre here is a fantasy, and the features for the fantasy is to have a made-up setting and to have characters and events that are not possible to happen in real life, not possible at all. And we find most of the time sensory languages and personification. This is our genre for this lesson. Is it clear? Now, when we read the story together, we're going to understand it better. Do you have any questions about the genre before I move to the comprehension skill? Okay. The last point in our lecture is the comprehension skill, which is called facts versus opinion. I want Hala. Hala,
Yes, miss.
can you tell me something about yourself?
Miss, like what?
Anything about yourself.
Okay, I'm a girl.
Excellent. Hala is a girl. Okay. Hala, do you like traveling?
Yeah.
Hala likes traveling a lot. So let's take these two examples. Hala is a girl. Hala likes to travel. Okay. I want another boy. علي طحيني. علي طحيني. Are you with us, Mas? علي طحيني.
Yes.
Okay, علي طحيني, can you tell me anything about you? Are you a girl?
No.
What are you?
A boy.
Okay. Ali is a boy.
I'm a boy.
Yes, yes. طيب Ali, do you like playing football?
Yes.
Ali likes to play football. Hala, do you like to play football?
No, I like to play basketball.
Hala likes to play basketball. Let me add it here. Hala likes to play basketball. طيب, okay. When I say Hala is a girl or Ali is a boy, can I call these facts or opinions?
Facts.
Facts.
Fact.
Why do you think they are
It's a
facts?
fact.
Why do you think they are facts?
Because we
can
don't
change
change
it.
it.
Because they are real.
They are real, okay, and also I can,
Because we
what?
because we cannot change them.
We cannot change them, we can prove them. Excellent, that's a fact. The fact is a real thing or a real event. We cannot change it, and also we can prove it, okay? Type. But when I say Hala likes to play basketball, Ali likes to play football, these are what? Are these facts?
These are
Opinions.
These are not facts.
Opinion.
Okay. Perhaps, okay, every one of you has his own opinion, okay? Some would like basketball, but others would like football. Others would like tennis, for example. Hannah likes to travel, but others would like to stay at home, for example, or to spend their vacations in their country. They do not like to try other countries, okay? So this is the difference between a fact and an opinion. Let's have more details about facts and opinions. When we say a fact, a fact is a true statement, like you said, guys, real, true, okay? Fact is true, it's not false at all. Hala is a girl, yes, that's true. Ali is a boy, yes, that's true. I'm an English teacher, yes, it's a true thing. It's a fact, okay? Okay, let's continue. So a fact is a true statement. How can we know that it's a fact? We have two qualities that we have to look at. When you said it's a true, because you said it's a fact because we cannot change it. That's right. And we can observe it, first of all, and we can prove it. We have an evidence. We can prove it. So a fact can have an evidence, a proof, and it can be observed. When you want to know if it's a fact, a fact, first of all, it may contain also data and research. Okay, when you make a research, okay, or when you write an expository paragraph, for example, you bring facts, you write facts. So it contains data, it contains maybe numbers, dates or ages, okay, and we can prove it through experiment or observation. But if you want to know if this is a fact or no, ask yourselves these questions. Sorry. Is the statement true? If yes, okay, then it could be a fact. Can the statement be proved? Can we prove it? If yes, then it is a fact. If it's true and it can be proved, then it is a fact. But when we say opinion, you said that opinion can differ from one person to another, and it should not be true. It could be false according to someone else. So an opinion is a statement or a sentence that expresses what? Maybe things, thoughts, maybe feelings or beliefs. Okay, so it tells us what a person thinks, feels, or believes. That's the opinion. Hala likes to travel. Ali likes to play football. I like pizza. He likes hamburger, for example. Okay, I don't think that I would like to go to the party. Majid says, no, I'm going to have a lot of fun at this party. So you see, my opinion differs from Majid's opinion. Okay, Majid will wear a tuxedo to the party, and I will wear a night dress, for example. Okay? But this is a fact. I will wear a red dress, and he will wear a tuxedo. This is a fact. But he will like the party. He will enjoy the party. This is an opinion. I will not enjoy the party. This is my opinion. So you see the difference now between the fact and the opinion? If you want
Yes.
an opinion, the opinion, it expresses a belief or a claim, and it cannot be proved, which we mean we cannot say yes and we cannot say no. Okay, it differs from one person to another. For example, Mahdi is happy, Hala is not feeling anything, and I am sad. So you see, it's an opinion. If you want to know if the statement in front of you is opinion or fact, if it's opinion, then ask yourself, does it contain belief or thought? Does it have emotional language, for example? And if it cannot be proved, then it is an opinion. So if it expresses a feeling, okay, and it cannot be proved, then it is an opinion. Okay. I think Air Jordans are the best shoes in the world. Okay, Karim would say, yes, miss, I like Air Jordans shoes. But I would say, no, I like, for example, Nike. For example, so you see, our opinions differ, okay? But they are both sports shoes. So this is the only difference between a fact and opinion. Is it difficult? Is it difficult?
No.
Do you have any questions
No,
about
it's
facts?
not easy.
So I
No.
think that facts and opinions is very clear. You're going to have an exercise in the worksheet. Yes, just a second. In the worksheet, we're going to have an exercise based on facts and opinions, and we're going to have comprehension exercises, a vocabulary exercise also. Okay. What do you want to ask, Majid?
Can we read a little bit before
We're going to read the story now together. Okay. طيب, okay, since we still have time and we're going to read, I'm going to choose some students to grade their reading. Okay. Majid, start. Since you read the story yesterday,
Yes, okay.
these guys all
Survival.
concentrate. Just a second, Majid. Because I'm going to ask you questions and we're going to have comprehension questions later in the worksheet. Okay? So please concentrate. Start, Majid.
Survival. I'm
Survival,
going to answer.
Majid. Survival land.
Okay. Survival land. I'm going to answer survival. Moon declared as he started the computer game. Miss, I can see a lot.
Miss, don't you have your book beside you?
No, I'm reading from.
It's better if you have your book beside you. Come on. Yalla, I'm going to win survival land. Raul declared as he started because I cannot make the screen bigger.
Roll. Okay, I can let it bigger. Okay, now. Roll declared as he started the computer game. His immobile character suddenly sprang into action on screen. He raced across the desert island, pursued by a sandstorm.
A sandstorm.
Not today. Sandstorm. Not today. That was warned while moving her character on the screen. I'll be the last player standing on the island. Janita stopped her feet. No way. The insisted I always devise a winning game plan. Jackson frowned.
Round.
Survival land is too complex, he complained. You have to know all about nature to win. But in real life, knowing about nature is just not that important.
Thank
You
you.
are so wrong.
Thank you, Majid. Good. Continue, Mahdi.
You are so wrong, Janita cried. A loud crackle sounded.
Let's not say it's Juanita. Juanita.
Juanita?
Juanita.
Juanita cried. A loud crackle sounded.
Lana, please mute yourselves. Do not unmute yourselves. Continue, ya Mahdi.
And the entire room went dark. When the lights returned seconds later, the four players were very confused. Instead of controlling their characters on the computer screen, they were on the island themselves. I can't believe it. We're inside the game, Roll exclaimed, and this sandstorm is blinding me. What should we do? Suddenly, a large sign in the sky flashed a message. Run west to escape the storm. Which way is west?
Thank you. Excellent. So, guys, till now, you see that the four kids were playing in the room and suddenly they found themselves in the game. Okay, and they started to struggle first with the storm. Let's see, Rasha. Rasha, would you like to continue reading?
Yes. Can I?
Rasha, I said Rasha. Yalla, Rasha.
Yes. I know, Latrice exclaimed, pointing. The sun is rising over there, and since the sun ascends in the east and sets in the west, west must be in the opposite direction.
Okay, continue.
The four players ran until the sandstorm was safely behind them. Woo! Phew or woo?
Woo, woo.
That was close. Roll gasped with a shortage of breath. Suddenly, Juanita
Yes.
shouted, No time to relax, there is new trouble overhead. The group looked up and saw a gigantic butterfly hovering above them. Juanita feared the monster insect might fly down and land on her head.
You. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys. So can you tell me through the first part that we read, what was the first struggle with nature that the kids faced? The first struggle.
Sandstorm.
Okay, Mahdi, but I didn't give you permission, but it's okay. Sandstorm. How did they deal with the sandstorm? Karim Basma? Karim, since you were listening,
Yes, miss.
how did they deal with the sandstorm? What did they do to escape the sandstorm?
A flash message came from the
Right?
clouds and tell them to run to the west.
Okay, fine. How did they figure out where the west was?
They went
To
to
what?
the first.
How did they know which direction was the west? Who knows the answer? Does any one of you know the answer?
Me.
How did the kids, no, not other than Mahdi, how did the kids know which direction was the west? Through the part that we read now.
Miss, they saw the sun in a side and they ran in the opposite way.
Excellent. And who figured out this way? Which kid?
Latrice.
Latrice. Latrice. So Latrice figured out that since the sun ascends from the east, then the opposite direction to the sun will be the west. Okay, can we now say that Latrice knows a lot about nature? She knows a lot about nature.
Yes.
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 Was it beneficial?
Mhm.
Did it help her a lot? And
Yes.
yes, if you notice that at the beginning of the story, okay, who was talking? Jackson. He
Me.
said survival land. No, I mean the character in the story. Jackson was saying that
Oh,
survival land is too complex and you have to know a lot about nature to win. Something that is not important in real life. But did his friends agree with him on that? No, they didn't.
No.
No, they didn't agree with him on that. Okay. So guys, what I want from you, since we're reaching the end of the chapter of the weekend,
Miss, can I ask you a
okay,
question?
let me just finish talking first. Okay, stay muted, all of you, until I finish. Okay, guys, please, 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 all of you have to read the story and to at least start working on the comprehension questions on the worksheet, because on Thursday we're going to read and we're going to start with the worksheet and I will ask you about the comprehension questions. Okay, guys, please. You have to read the story. Now, Majid, you can ask me your question. What is it?
Miss, this reading was graded.
Yes. Okay.
Miss, can we start on the comprehension questions today?
Yes, Miss, it's up to you. You have today and you have tomorrow. On Thursday, you are supposed to have read the story at least and worked on some questions in the worksheet. Please,
Okay.
let's do the worksheet together so we get well prepared for the quiz on Friday. Do you have
Can
any?
I open Zoom with Mahdi and solve it together, the worksheet?
No problem. No problem at all. Karim, do you have any questions? Karim?
No.
Miss,
Yes, Miss.
like, can I make Zoom? Like, who want to come? Like, if Majd want Mahdi, like, study it together?
You want to solve the worksheet together? No problem.
Yeah,
No problem. No problem.
okay.
Okay. Guys, do you have any
Okay.
questions before we leave?
No, Miss, everything is clear.
No,
Majd,
everything
Mahdi want to
is
make Zoom?